Hey, everybody, we are live. I'm Jeff with eBay Addicts, and today I got a brand new guest for you guys. I got Mike, the Yinzer Picker, is here. How are you doing today, Mike?
Good, Jude. Glad to be on, and thanks for having me on.
Oh, man. I don't know if you guys, the audience, noticed, but we're wearing matching shirts. Mine doesn't say WrestleMania, but
Okay.
for somehow or another, we're both wearing black shirts today. So go figure that. So, hey, Mike, real quick, go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience, just in case if they're not familiar with who you are. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and tell them a little bit about what it is that you do.
Okay. Well, I'm Mike, 1/5 of Yinzer Picker. My wife and daughters usually go out sourcing with us. We are based just west of Pittsburgh, PA, so we have some competition up here, but it's all friendly. So yeah, we go out, we go sourcing, we try to find stuff that people are throwing away or selling to find new homes so it doesn't end up in the landfill.
Okay, awesome.
So
Now, I think first time I saw you, you were on with Johnny Cajun Roots
yeah,
Reseller a while back. And the first time I saw you, and I saw you on YouTube, for some reason, I kept thinking to myself, and I'm like, you know what, Mike? Somehow or another, you remind me a lot of Cincinnati Picker. I don't know if it's like the way that you pronunciate your words or the way that
maybe.
you talk, but for some reason, in my mind, I'm like, dude, he just really reminds me of the Cincinnati Picker. Like I don't know if he knows it yet, but you're gonna do really well on YouTube. So
Yeah,
I subscribed.
he was
Go ahead.
actually he was one of the first ones we started watching. So because we
Yeah.
really didn't know about the whole reseller community when we started this whole thing, and my kids, we were watching it during quarantine, and my kids were like, "Man, we should do this." And I thought, "Yeah, let's do it. How hard is it?" Well, we found out that yes, this is not the easiest thing to do. But yeah, we started watching Cincinnati Picker and Lonnie from Shed Flips. So those were the two that we started out with.
Yeah,
So,
I had Cincinnati Picker on. He was here on my channel like 2 weeks ago, guys. So if you didn't get a chance to check him out, it was the first time ever one-on-one. I got to hang out with Cincinnati Picker and pick his brain. So today we got Mike on. So tell me, that kind of lead into a little bit about how you got started into reselling. So you were working your full-time job, and so you were just bored, and you were channel surfing on YouTube one day, and
well,
you're just like,
yeah.
hey, I want to give it a shot. Tell us the story about how this happened.
Well, we've been reselling. Well, at least I've been reselling for over 20 years. So it was we did a lot of sports memorabilia, stuff like that at the beginning. But then like we started readjusting it during COVID because we couldn't go out and meet celebrities and athletes because of the pandemic and whatnot. So we also always went to yard sales and thrift stores and stuff to find stuff, but we just didn't know anybody watched it on YouTube. Like we just did not think who would honestly sit there and watch it. Well, then once we figured it out, it was like, well, people do watch this, and that's how we came into this whole community. And especially like Johnny. Johnny has been a huge help with us growing our channel because with his morning shows and whatnot. So he's been a great help, and he was on a couple of our shows too. So yeah, that's how we started it. We just started the YouTube channel and been growing since. I think we just hit 250 uploads yesterday or Thursday. So
Yeah, man. I had someone message me the other day and asked me a question about YouTube, and I just told him, bro, it's just going to be a grind, man. And,
yes,
in case you guys, if you're not a content creator, guys, less than 1% of all people that create YouTube channels actually get to the point where they get monetized, where they reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So if you're going to get there, you don't want to be trying to be Rambo and do it on your own. You be out there on
yes.
a battle with or on a ship without a paddle. So you want to kind of link up with the whole community of people, and that's kind of what I do on my channel. I try to create a sense of community, I guess similar to what Cajun Roots Reseller does, but I'm not a morning person, and I try to
Correct.
have new guests on and try to hang out and talk to other like-minded people and help other people kind of grow their channels and network and things like that. So you've been reselling, you said, off and on for 20 years now.
Yeah.
Tell people what it is that you do, if you don't mind telling our audience. What is your full-time 9 to 5 job that you do Monday through Friday? Tell people a
I
little bit
work,
about that.
I work for a mechanical engineering firm, so we basically design the heating and the plumbing for buildings. So that's what I do Monday through Friday, and sometimes even on the weekends. But this is the whole eBay thing and the whole YouTube thing for us is it's a hobby. I mean, we enjoy doing it. It's stressful sometimes, and like you said, the whole YouTube thing is a grind, but we do enjoy it. It's fun trying to help other resellers and other people try to give some tips and tricks that we've learned over the years because it's just you learn things as you go, I feel like, and you just it's just tough. And like you said, without this community, it's really hard to grow a channel.
Right, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. I mean, I have like, I don't know, over 400 uploads to my channel, and I just recently right at 5,000 subscribers. So it's one of those things where, you know, you put in this much work and you think you're going to get this much results, but really you put in this much work and you get this much results. So it's okay. You just got to put the work in and it'll come. And just like with eBay, sometimes you're cranking out eBay listings. You think the stuff's going to sell tomorrow, and sometimes it takes 6 months for it to sell. So you just got to be willing to kind of put the work in. So, so you work your mechanical engineering job. When do you find time to shoot YouTube videos and do your reselling thing? And where are some of the places that you like to go sourcing at?
So a lot of our videos we'll shoot either on my lunch break, on the weekends, or at night. So just like today, we went to the Goodwill bins, and we can't. The problem with us around here now is a lot of places do not like you filming. They're pretty much, they'll get you arrested. They'll call the cops. They just don't want you doing it. Yeah. So
wow.
So now a lot of it's just doing haul videos or trying to get bits and pieces of why you're sourcing. If you have a GoPro on you at the stores, they're going to get angry. Now, yard sales for us, we haven't really had that issue. So yard sales and estate sales have been fine. It's just the other places, but we prefer yard sales and estate sales because you're going to find some great deals there. The Amazon bin store's okay where we're at. The Goodwill bin store has some good deals if you want to dig through it, and then the normal thrift stores and Goodwills have been good for us too. So
okay, cool. And so you primarily resell on eBay, right?
Yeah, eBay's our 99% where we put everything. Poshmark, we will do some shoes, some clothing, but that's about it. And then some Facebook Marketplace thrown in there. Some of the bigger items usually go on Facebook Marketplace.
So I was talking to Rachel Strickland, and she said you guys sell Tupperware. Tell us the whole story. Tell us all about it, because I was like, I'm gonna have to ask Mike about this. Tell us a little bit about what this is about.
We love selling Tupperware. My wife will usually pick it up because she likes to find it and usually keep it for herself, because a lot of that old Tupperware was just made great. It just doesn't break. You can't break it. So we just started picking up Tupperware, and you can usually get it cheap and also free sometimes. Sometimes people are just giving it away. And this stuff sells. People want the older Tupperware. And you can usually get $15 to $20 a piece for some of them. But you're paying 50 cents or $1. And it's usually super easy to ship. Right. Half the time you can throw it in a poly bag because it's not going to break. So, yeah, I love selling Tupperware. I was just thinking I have a whole bunch I still have to list. So,
I think we can all relate and have a death pile of stuff to keep you busy, keeps you busy year round. And I think, some people are not on Team Death Pile. I think it's cool to have items just hanging out, because there's some days you're going to go out to thrift stores or yard sales or estate sales, and you're just going to strike out. And you don't want to buy something just to be buying it. If it doesn't have a good sell-through rate and, and the stuff's not worth reselling, the profit margins aren't there, just keep on going, keep moving. Like, don't buy something just to be buying something, So I think it's good to have items laying around that you could go and resell. Go ahead.
Especially where we're at now in Western Pennsylvania, the weather's going to start getting nasty, and there's going to be weekends where I won't be able to get out to go get something. So it's nice to have the POW here that, hey, if I want to list a few things, I mentioned earlier to my wife that we're usually right around 450 listings, but right after the new year, I want to hit 600 and try to stay there. So I have enough that I know I can get there with a little bit more, but as we all know, you usually list and it usually sells. So,
yeah, well, that's a good problem to have. Let me give a quick shout out here to Ed, the reselling writer. He's a previous guest I've had on, so I want to give him a quick shout out. And I wanted to give a shout out to Urban Foster, Frost Sicker. I think I said your name correctly this time, all the way from Australia. So I appreciate you coming on and hanging out. If you have questions for our guests, go ahead and drop it in the chat. How has your sales been with around 450 listings?
This week has just been down, but right after Thanksgiving hit, we had a nice boost. It was great. But with us being part-time, sometimes the sales being lower kind of helps out, because we do have 3 kids. So it's a full-time job, so we're always running around. So it's tough to. I don't mind on the weekends when we get bogged down with shipping because I can usually ship all day, or you can usually ship like Sunday evening, have everything go out on Monday. So I'm great with that. So hey, if we get 2 orders a day, I'm happy with that because this is part time, and my biggest thing is we don't have to worry about eBay paying our bills. So
yeah, for sure.
A hobby for us.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, I still work my regular, I guess, 9 to 5 job as a courier. So even if YouTube gets shut down, even if eBay gets shut down for 6 months, I'll still be able to pay my bills. You know, a couple weeks ago, I was at home and I had got some items that I got retail arbitrage, and I came home and I start trying to list them on eBay, and it was like, oh, the whole eBay server is down, like worldwide. And I called the 1-800 number, and they're like, yeah, our servers are down worldwide. We don't know when they're going to come back up. And if that's your full-time gig, it would be very difficult for them to just be like, hey, our servers are down. We don't know when they're going to come back up. You can't buy or sell anything. Have a good day. And then they hang up on you. That's it. There's nobody that's held accountable or nothing. So how do you go about managing, working your full-time gig, spending time with your wife and your family, shooting YouTube videos, and reselling? Because that's a full plate. I mean, I don't have 3 kids, but I'm with you as far as having a job and having a, trying to balance your family life and work life. I see you on Instagram and you're up at the crack of dawn, hitting the gym, and then getting your listings out. So tell everybody a little bit about how you go about balancing everything.
Well, a lot of times listing I'm doing at night, shortly before the kids go to bed or after they go to bed. We don't use scheduled listings, but we started to get into the drafts, so that's helped out because then if I have a draft and at lunch, I can just pop that out or list a couple things at lunch. And I usually try to shoot for 5 to 10 items a day, which has been doable. But like this last week, I didn't get many things listed, but we still had sales, so it definitely helps. But hopefully, with the week after Christmas, I'll be able to get some more and just really just get a ton of listings done and get some of this POW cleared up. So, but it's tough. It is hard to judge. It is hard to manage it sometimes because trying to get a video edited and you want to get them out, but you also want the video to be good. I know I got to film a haul video from the day still, so I'll probably do that tonight.
All right, cool. So, Mike, we had a question in the chat. Megan says, "Hey, this is Megan from Australia. She wants to see what your T-shirt looks like. Here, I'll try to put you on full screen real quick. Yeah. Go ahead." So we got Macho Man, we got the Ultimate Warrior. I see Brett the Hitman Hart on there. Big Boss Man, that's an old vintage shirt right there. Yeah.
And actually, I just found it at Kohl's, so I love it. I saw it. I was like, I got to get that.
All right, cool. I want to give a quick shout out here to the ATL Flippers, man. I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're having a good weekend. So, Mike, I got to ask you this question, man. I know everybody probably always ask you this. Tell everybody, what is a Yinzer? Everybody needs to know because I'm sure I'm going to get this comment in my comment section. The people want to know, what is a Yinzer? Go ahead and tell them.
So a Yinzer is basically somebody from Western Pennsylvania. It's basically Yins, and it's basically the y'all of the North. So a lot of times, like people down south say, "Oh, where are y'all going?" We just say, "Where Yins going?" And it's how the Yinzer came along. So Western Pennsylvania has their own language. It's funny. There's shirts up here that have all the language on it, and yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, we get asked it a lot, but I don't mind.
All right, cool. I'm going to give a quick shout out here to Yard Sales and Dreams. So stopping in for a moment to say hello. About to make dinner, and my kids are going to watch the local wrestling night. Oh, that's awesome. Says she likes your shirt, and we have Pittsburgh Picker is here. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. And the ATL Flippers is here. If you guys have questions for our guests, drop it in the chat. So, Mike, I got to ask you this question because this is a common question right now. We're coming up on the end of the year. Santa Claus is getting ready to come to town. What's going to be some of your, I don't want to say New Year's resolutions, but what are some of your goals that you have next year for 2022? What are some of the things that you're kind of got in the works of things that you're working on? I mean, obviously you want to grow your eBay store. You want to grow your YouTube channel a little bit, but go ahead. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but go ahead and tell the people what some of your projects you have coming up for next year.
Well, we definitely hope to hit that 1,000 sub mark by the end of the year. Christmas would be nice in a week. I know we're getting close. It almost looks like we may hit the sub mark and our watch hours at the same time, which would be amazing. But for next year, just to keep the YouTube channel going, hopefully teach people more tips and tricks. Maybe do some different types of videos too on there, and also just not to buy the dumb stuff. I think we bought a lot of stuff this year that we thought would sell, but we're sitting on it. So I think we may be more picky come next year. Still pick up the same type of stuff, but I think be just picky about it, because we pick up stuff that has maybe a better sell-through rate too. So
yeah. So Mike, do you have a certain niche that you kind of stick to, or just whatever you can get a good deal on? Because I saw you pick up some retail arbitrage items. I've seen you pick up some random stuff at the yard sale, and I was like, I don't think he really has a niche. Do you have a certain niche you kind of stick to?
I really don't. When we got away from the sports memorabilia, I tried to do records and found out that was just a pain, because there's a lot to know about records and we just didn't know about it. So we made some bad buys, but we still made money on the records. But I would say we'll just pick up, hey, if we see something that we know we can make money and we could turn around and it's going to sell, we try to pick it up. Or if it looks cool and interesting, even if there's not sold comps on eBay, we'll still pick it up and try to sell it, because sometimes those items sell great.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I've been kind of sticking to my media items just because when I'm working a full-time job, it's a lot easier when I come home for me to list them. It's a lot easier to ship the items, and they don't take up a lot of space. And like I said, I just drop it in a 6x9 paddle envelope and ship it out. So I've been trying to stick to my little niche. If I see something that, I can't live without, or I see a good deal, I'll grab it. But I'm trying to stick to my little niche that I got right now. I think I'm at like 6,000 items right now, just media items. So if you have the basic store, the one that's like $21 a month, they give you free listings in those select categories. So all the stuff that's like CDs, DVDs, video games, Blu-rays, VHS tapes, all those things fall in the select categories, and they'll give you 10,000 free listings in those categories, so you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay fees to have them listed. So hey, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Flippin' Ain't Easy is here in the chat. Says hope all is well. Merry Christmas. Hey man, I hope you have a Merry Christmas as well. And thanks for dropping in and hanging out with us. So Mike, man, tell me a little bit about I don't talk about this too much, but tell me a little bit about your family that you have. Because when I watched your channel, you're like, this is, tell everybody a little bit about your family that you have, and because you said they're part of your, like when you're outsourcing, they go with you, right?
We do, yeah. We have 3 daughters. We have a 10, a 7, and a 2-year-old. They all usually go. The 10 and the 7-year-old will normally try to source stuff with us, and sometimes if they find stuff, they will buy it with their own money to turn around and resell it. And I tell them, hey, if you buy it and it sells, the money's yours. I mean, we'll sell it for you. So they ended up, my oldest ended up finding this 12 Days of Christmas ornament set just right before Thanksgiving. She paid $4.99 for it. She sold it for $52. So it's great. They found some stuff at the bins today that they're going to try to sell and make some money. And hey, it's a way to teach them young. They realize that, hey, it takes work to make money. So.
Yeah, for sure. So, hey, what would be like your top 3 tips or piece of advice that you could give somebody who's reselling if they wanted to get started part-time? They're just seeing this video, or maybe they're already doing it part-time, and maybe they want to scale and grow their business a little bit.
I would say don't only buy stuff. If you're just getting into it, don't spend too much money. Start with a certain budget and go with it that way. I would just, because you don't want to go too deep and then not sell the stuff. Start out small and then just keep building it. Also, check sold comps. Download the eBay app. It's super easy to scan. Everything has a barcode on it anymore. Most of the stuff, like especially retail arbitrage, it's so easy to scan it. I mean, we go to Walmart, scan it on eBay, because we don't do too much Amazon. We have an account, but we haven't sold anything. So Amazon's just kind of not our best thing. And then just maybe find something that you know about. I mean, like you said, you do media, you get into something like that, you know about it. It's a lot easier to buy stuff that you know about too.
Yeah, for sure. If you're out and about, like for example, I would be at a pawn shop and I'd see a DVD for 50 cents and I know I've sold in the past for $30. You don't even have to go scan it. You just go over there, grab it, check out and buy it before they start asking too many questions, So, Hey, could you have any tips or tricks that you could give us as far as retail arbitrage? Because I know you said you pick up some items at Walmart clearance. So you talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, we do the Walmart clearance. We do Target. what's the other one? Marshalls and Ross. A lot of times, we've been very picky though at Walmart. Now we've picked up a lot of stuff over the last couple of months. It was like, oh, this stuff's going to sell, but it doesn't, because I feel now that once it goes on sale at Walmart, a lot of the other Walmarts are doing it too. So then the market gets saturated. Now, if it's something that there's sometimes, like we picked up this Star Wars mask today, and this thing sells consistently. So I'm not going to have a hard time moving that, but very picky now anymore of what I'm going to pick up at Walmart. So yeah, Ross and Marshalls, though, you can usually find some really good deals there too.
Yeah, you're just going to have to scan through the barcode to check it out. And sometimes I go there to like Walmart clearance and the place has already been kind of ran through already. Yeah, it's kind of a mess. And you can kind of tell it's like it's already been picked through. And sometimes you get there and you find some good deals. I was going to tell you guys, if you go there to a Walmart clearance and you go to the clearance section, they also have a clearance section back in the electronics department. And I've had some good luck in the past couple weeks going back in the video game section, and you can use the Walmart app. Or you could go there and look at some of the video games, because some of them may say on the barcode that it's $30, but it's really $3, and you won't know that until you go and scan the barcode, or you get somebody that works there to scan the barcode. I have some over here on the table I would show you as an illustration, but just be on the lookout. Like this one was this PS4 game, and I picked it up for $2. And it's still brand new in the shrink wrap. So you just got to kind of be on the lookout and scan some of those hidden clearance items. And I know you mentioned earlier that you went to Amazon bin store. If people haven't been to the Amazon bin store, can you kind of describe it for them and tell people how your bin store is set up? Because sometimes, you find some home runs there, right?
You can. Our bin store set up, basically, it's a lot of Amazon returns. There's even some Target returns in there. It's kind of basically whatever returns they can get. And when he first opened up a couple months ago, it was some bins were $1, some were $5, some were $10. And you can go in there, and there honestly sometimes you can find some great deals. I went in there about 2 weeks ago, and all the bins were $10 each. And I walked out with 6 things, but it was 6 things that were probably going to make me almost $300. So you just had to be picky. I mean, I had my bag filled up more, and if he would have told me $5, then I would have probably ended up getting 15 to 20 things. So you just have to be, again, scan it on eBay, because sometimes even though it's selling on Amazon, it might not sell on eBay. So you just have to be cautious with that too.
Yeah, man. But I mean, the cool thing is you're finding some of the stuff is customer returns, but some of the stuff is still like new in the box, and you might find some good deals while you're out there looking around. What's the game plan with winter season? Because I know where you're at up there in Pennsylvania, you're not going to have a lot of yard sales to go to in the wintertime. Are you going to be doing some more retail arbitrage or hitting up estate sales, or what's your plan in the wintertime?
Yeah, it'll probably be mostly the Amazon bin store, the Goodwills and thrift stores, stuff like that. Anything that's indoors, because we're gonna be to the point now where it's gonna be below 30 degrees up until spring, and yard sales are done. A lot of the estate sales too are probably gonna slow up, I feel like. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of the Goodwills, thrift stores, pretty much what everybody else is hitting now, because everything else is shut down. But we were at the bin store, we were at the Goodwill bins this morning, and a ton of resellers were there, but they left a bunch of stuff in there because everybody's looking for different items, I feel like. So there's always going to be something out there that you're going to be able to grab, that you're going to be able to find to make money on.
Yeah. So what would you say to some of the resellers that are saying, hey, man, everybody's raising their prices? I try to go to the regular Goodwill. They're starting to raise their prices. A lot of the thrift stores are going, even the Dollar Tree, for example, just raised their prices. I went there the other day, and sometimes I would buy Blu-rays new in the shrink wrap for $1, and then we go home and sell them on eBay for 10, 15, 25, $30 on eBay and pay $1 for them. But now when you pay $1.25 and you start adding taxes, now you're starting to get to the point where you're paying $1.30, $1.50 an item instead of $1. So what would you say if they're like, hey, man, some of these places are raising their prices. I'm having trouble finding inventory. It's wintertime. I can't hit up yard sales right now. Do you have some other alternate ways that they could go sourcing right now to get inventory?
Yeah, I think like the retail arbitrage, just going to Marshalls, Ross, checking those places out. But also, too, even like the Goodwills and thrift stores that are raising their prices on items, there's still going to be items that they're not going to, they might not think, oh, this isn't worth it. So they won't even look it up. I know some of our places look up all the items, sometimes they'll just look up certain items, and you just have to look, and sometimes maybe spend that little extra couple minutes searching a section and say, you know what, hey, this thing sells. I know it sells. I've sold it before, and they never marked it up, and then get it cheaper. So you can always look around, and you're going to find something that you could definitely make money on. It might just take a little bit extra time.
Yeah, I was going to say also you could try to buy stuff in bulk. I made a video last week talking about how you can buy stuff online arbitrage. And also, if you guys look locally, not kind of like on Facebook Marketplace or Tampa or your Craigslist in your area that were offer up, and you look locally, you can buy stuff locally from people and meet up with them and maybe get some items to resell that way. I've done that a couple times. So you just got to be at the... Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember. High bid. Have you done high bid before?
Yeah, we've done high bid. We have a local auction house near us, too, that I'll bid on items every now and then. I'm trying, though, now. We just have so much stuff that needs listed. I want to really get it. I really want to get it knocked out before I start buying a lot more. And I know I bought some stuff today, but I think today the stuff we bought should sell quickly. So I'm hoping.
Right. I wanted to give a quick shout out here to my buddy BK from the Rockies in the chat. And Flip It Ain't Easy says, hyperinflation is coming. It's not even here yet. Prices are only going to go higher. Hopefully I'm wrong, but hang on. Yeah, man. I think I read an article a while back that said in the past couple years, ever since they had that lockdown, the economy, the U.S. printed like 40% more dollars into existence that didn't used to be there. So, just through supply and demand, you can't add that much more, hamburger helper into the hamburger meat and stir it up without the cost of things going up. So one of the things that I want to do this year is I would like to get some money. Because right now I'm driving an SUV. I would like to get a Prius and get a car that gets 50 miles to the gallon of gas. Yeah. There's some things you can't help. If gas prices go up, food prices go up, some of this stuff you can't help. But what you can help is what you do about it. If gas prices are going up, you can't do anything about it, but you could go get a car that gets 50 miles to the gallon of gas that's going to save you money in gas. Maybe you could buy food in bulk or groceries, or maybe try to get ahead on paying your bills a month or two in advance, and have some money set aside for a rainy day and try to get out of debt. But I mean, I think if you just look at the economy in the past 25, 30 years, I mean, even when my parents or grandparents were kids, they used to tell me how much gas costs when they were kids or how much food cost then. And you just look at it over the past 30, 40, 50 years, it only goes up. So, hey, Mike, tell everybody a little bit about your YouTube channel, about what kind of content they make there. I'm trying to help Mike get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So tell them a little bit about what kind of content you make, why they should subscribe to your channel, and what it is that you do there.
Okay. Yeah, we usually post videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do a live every Wednesday night mostly, and sometimes we even do a pop-up live on the weekends, Saturday or Sunday, get on, chat while we ship, list, stuff like that. But usually our videos we'll do some how-tos, some tips, haul videos from the thrift store and stuff like that. So, and usually sometimes once a month we even do a adventure video where we might go out as a family and do something, or just go up to Pittsburgh and just film some stuff, and kind of gives a whole if you're ever going to Pittsburgh, you might say, hey, they went here, I need to go check it out. So stuff like that. But we usually try to do at least 2 videos a week. It was 3 for a while, but 3 started becoming way too much, and with our lives and stuff. But we might get back to 3 come summer.
All right, cool. Yeah, I have all the links down below. You guys can go follow the Yinzer Pickers on YouTube and Instagram. John says he has to go. He has to go edit a video. Hey, well, thanks for dropping by. I'll see you later, man. You have a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us. So, hey, man, Mike, I'm trying to keep you on right between a half hour to 45 minutes. But so tell everybody where they can go by and check you out on YouTube and Instagram. I have your links down below. Let them know where they can go by and follow you and check you out.
Yep, we're under Yinzer Picker on Instagram, also YouTube, and we're also Yinzer Picker on TikTok, which we haven't posted too much on there. We're trying to get more into we're trying to post more on there just to get our videos out and also help maybe direct some more people to the channel. So just trying to keep up the social media, which is tough too, to keep up with everything and whatnot. But yeah, we try.
So, Mike, I got to put you on the spot before I let you go. If somebody already says that they already have a full-time job, maybe they're making 50, 60, 70,000 a year, and they're like, man, I've got health insurance, I got job security, I got benefits, I don't need to resell on eBay. Why do they need to have a part-time side hustle or a part-time gig to help provide for you and your family? Like, does that help you sleep better at night, knowing that you have an extra stream of income coming in every month that help buy groceries or put gas in the gas tank? Like, talk about that for a minute from your perspective, because you're the, I'm assuming you're the man of the house, you're the head of the household, and you have your wife and your 3 daughters. So go ahead and speak on that for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've been selling for 20 years, so it's been more of a hobby for us. I don't think, I've had people ask me if I'd go full-time reselling, and I don't think so, because I mean, we have full-time jobs and we enjoy it. And I think if I quit my full-time job and did this full-time, it would take the fun out of it for me, because I would have to rely on it to pay my bills. And I don't want that. I want it to be enjoyable. I want it to make some money to either take the family on vacation, pay for dinner one night when we go out, stuff like that. I want it to be fun and not an actual job.
Okay, cool. I wanted to give a quick shout out here to Laura. Laura is in the chat. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. I appreciate everybody in the chat for coming out and hanging out with us on a weekend, on a Saturday. So, Mike, go ahead and give your audience your final thoughts, and then we'll let you go, man.
Yeah, like I said, we're closing in on 1,000. I think we were at 9, just short of 930. So we were really hoping to hit 1K before the new year. Christmas would be cool to wake up in the morning and see us hit it, but yeah, hopefully we'll just keep putting the videos out twice a week, and we have our lives every Wednesday night, and we're enjoying it. We try to make it fun. We try to teach everybody tips and tricks that we've learned over the 20 years and things that we're still learning to this day.
Yeah, for sure, guys. So I'm a subscriber of Mike's. So if you guys get a chance, I have all the links down below, YouTube, Instagram. We're going to help Yinzer Pickers try to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys aren't all the way following, or you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. All the links are going to be down below in the description down below. Until then, I'm probably going to have a guest tomorrow. Baldy Pal Pickin' is supposed to be on tomorrow night. So if you guys want to come by and hang out with me and Baldy Pal, we'll catch you then. But until then, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the next video. You guys have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.
See ya.